Fantastic. As I was saying, the masterclass is an initiative of the exchange group, and the exchange group is a community, is a business community under the Marketplace Alliance of the Potter's House of Lagos. We believe that God has called us to move forward in business and to establish his kingdom through the vehicle of entrepreneurship. And so we want to be holding, we will be holding a series of these master classes as a way of educating, equipping, and empowering ourselves in the marketplace. It's one thing to believe in what you've been called to do, but it's another thing to take the step. I was watching someone the other day, yesterday, talk about, the Bible says that your word is a light to my path, but a lamp to my feet. So there's you seeing, but then there's you walking, and this is part of us taking that step. And without much further ado, I just want to sort of, just tell you what we'll be doing today real quick. So what we're going to be having, this is a program. I believe you can see my screen. It's really going to be quick. Introducing the marketplace, which I've done. And then I'll be introducing myself and guest speaker, and then guest speaker will be speaking, and we'll have time for Q&A and discussions, and then we're going to have a spotlight feedback. As you know, we've been having spotlight where we've been supporting businesses and so on and so forth, shining the light on what they do and giving the chance to network and connect. So we're going to sort of put that, we're going to give you a little taste of what's been happening behind the scenes. A lot of people have really, really benefited from that. So, in the working from home time, we are, working from home. So my daughter is here, with me. You can, okay, she's busy now. So just pardon the small outburst. Okay, without much further ado, my name is Sam Afemike, one of the conveners of the exchange. And I work with a team of very talented, very passionate people who put together this exchange community. And I'm a chartered accountant and also a tech entrepreneur, specifically business to business software as a service solutions. We build for businesses to help them to automate their back-end processes. We're doing things like accounting and customer relationship management, HR management, and so on and so forth. We'll be joined by Ese Okwomo. Ese will be speaking today on the art of selling. Ese is the country manager, the Oga at the top at Nigeria at Boardbia. Boardbia is the Irish. Boardbia is the Irish Food and Drinks Export Board. And if I have massacred that description, Ese, I am really sorry. You will do justice to it. So without much further ado, I would like to invite Ese to please take the stage. Ese, you are going to be spotlighted now. And thank you so much. Over to you, man.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My internet seems to be fluctuating, so if it does, I will change to a backup that I have. Sam, am I going to be sharing my slides, or would you help me do that?
You can share your slides. You have the latest version, don't you?
Yeah.
So whilst you're loading that up, ladies and gentlemen, this is our inaugural series. So please bear with us whilst we walk through it so far. Thank you. And help us with your background as well. Please mute your mics in the event that you are in a noisy place. We thank you that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to join us. So I understand some of you will be at work, some of you will be in your shops, some of you will be maybe at choir rehearsals for those on the choir. So thank you very much. Help us with your environment. Thank you so much. Okay, that's not it. That's not it either. So bear with us, guys. But whilst she's bringing that up, I just want to tell you about Spotlight, guys. Spotlight is something that we do. When we started up the exchange, we had a lot of people, because the exchange is our business community. Okay, we come together. You know, and what we do with Spotlight is what we shine the light on all the entrepreneurs, right? You know, so let me just remove that Spotlight from you. Okay. So that's it. That's it. Yes, you're there. Okay. I'll come back with Spotlight later on. Over to you, Essie. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hi, guys. As I said, good morning, everyone. As Sam said, my name is Essie, and we'll be talking through the arts and science of selling. So what I have done is just put a few things on the slides, but we will not be restricted to the slides. So if you have any questions, please do send them through. I always like my sessions to be interactive, so you can always, Sam, how do you want us to manage this? So we can always either send in your questions via chat, and I will try to keep an eye on it. And
yes,
Sam can always prompt me as well. So
yes, I will monitor that for you. I'll monitor that for you.
And Sam, you know I talk a lot, so how many minutes do I have?
Oh, no, you have about 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. So as Sam said, my name is Essie. I have 15 years experience in sales and business development. I have held roles in customer service, order to delivery, business development, key account management. In sales, my core is key account management. I can explain that later. And I have both worked in the B2B and B2C sector. B2B is basically business to business, and B2C is business to consumer. Mostly in the food and beverage sector. So I have worked, most of the companies I've worked for are the food and beverage. I worked in Tetra Pak for 7 years, and they do processing. So, you know, literally the juice packaging, those juice packets, yeah, that's Tetra Pak. I worked there for 7 years. I worked with Pernod Ricard for 4 years, or I can't even remember now, 4.5 years. And Pernod Ricard is a wines and spirits company, the largest in the world. And currently I work with Board BIA, the Irish Food Board. And what we do is, it's an Irish state agency. And what we do is the promotion and the marketing of Irish food and drinks into different countries of the world. And I manage the West Africa office. So, but I'm not the big guy, I'm just the office manager for West Africa. So that is it. So selling, what are we saying? When we sell, literally selling is enabling two parties to make a mutually beneficial decision. That's what selling is. And so we're just going to be talking around this. And what most of us here, we sell things in different ways. So we're selling services and products. And the thing with selling is the principle and the basics of selling are the same, but it's just the application that differs based on your product, your sector, and the service you're providing. The first key thing you need to do when you're selling is you need to have a USP. What's your USP? What? Sam, did you say?
No, carry on. Sorry, carry on.
Okay. So a unique selling point, because literally everyone has something they're selling, but what makes yours stand out is your USP. So every product, no matter what it is, has a USP. So you can, when somebody just asks you what makes your product different, and you can say, I bake cakes and I specialize in chocolate cakes, for example. So your USP is that you have a specialization in chocolate cakes. So because you say that you specialize in chocolate cakes, everyone is saying, understanding that you master this. So your USP is, I don't just make cakes, I do only chocolate cake. So that makes you stand out in the area of cake selling. So that is a USP. So when you're selling, the first thing you need to do is you need to have a USP. That is always key. In having your USP, you are able to then map out your selling strategy. Usually, after you have your USP, your products will fall into these 3 buckets. There are more, but I've narrowed them to 3. So it's either you're offering something that is better than what is in the market, that is good, but cheaper than what is in the market, or that is different. These 3 are things that we all need to note, and we all need to always understand in every given time. So when I say something that is better, the guys who offer products that are better, they have this, you can say the slogan is, I am more advanced than the rest in my bucket. I command a premium because I am able to give something that the others don't have. I am a market leader. I am innovative. Sometimes people see it as luxury, and then their focus is on volume and value. So, sorry, when you're selling, right? I'm going off the slides now. In selling, there are people who, based on their products, when you go to your USP, they decide to be volume drivers. So when I say you are a volume, you are driven by targets, and numbers is the game. So you are making very little margin on what you're selling, but you're selling a lot. So that's a numbers game. And the more you sell, the more money you make. Those are people who are focused on volume. And then there are businesses that are focused on value. So when you're focused on value, it means that I don't want to sell 100, I want to sell 10. But in selling 10, I can still make more money than the guy that is selling 100. And that is also what determines how the buckets you fall under. Are we following? I feel like
very much so. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes, we are.
Okay. So the first thing is, when you do your positioning, is where do you want to fall under? Because that's your strategy. So the guys who are better focus on both volume and value, and sometimes they're seen as luxury. And because they have positioned themselves as better, they can command a premium, which is that they can max out on the sales ladder for that particular product type. They can max it out, and people are still willing to buy because they have positioned themselves. And it's not just about positioning. They've been able to demonstrate that they give a value. So you are paying for a premium. And if I give you examples of this, you have Apple, for example. Apple is a market leader. People will...
iPhone 13 is out, so my eyes are open.
You see, and Sam is going to buy it, and he just bought an iPhone 12. So Mercedes is also a market leader, and they've been able to demonstrate that volume and value. Peak Milk, when I come to food and drinks, Peak Milk, if we're all thinking about milk, it's Peak Milk. And Peak Milk has been able to demonstrate over the years. They've been in Nigeria for 60 years and counting, and they're the market leaders. They still command a premium, and people are still willing to pay that amount for them because it's seen as a premium, and it's seen in the minds of the consumer. They believe that they are getting something advanced than every other person. Coca-Cola is also that. So no matter the competition Biggie, Pepsi gives Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola is still the market leader. They will always still command a premium because they have built that niche for themselves. I don't know if anyone can throw in some examples that you can think of for market lead, for products that you believe are better. This is just for me to know that you are following what we're talking about. So a product, whatever products you think of that you feel, oh, this is better than the rest, and it commands a premium. Can someone just throw something? You can unmute and just say it, please.
Please feel free, guys. Please feel free.
I want it to be interactive, please.
Kellogg's.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wristwatch, Rolex.
Okay.
Kellogg's.
Yes, Kellogg's. I will tell you why I'm saying Rolex. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
For Android phones, Samsung.
Yes.
For cement, Dangote.
Yes.
And for the malt drinks, we have Guinness.
Yeah. Also
Guinness
Guinness.
is a very strong brand.
Yes. So the thing is that when you position yourself as a better brand, you have to be seen as a trendsetter. So your marketing, it has to be in place, not just your sales, but then another key thing is that people have to be very aware of your brand. You have to be able to reach everyone. And because you're focusing on both value and volume, you have a product that is for everybody. So we've given an example of Samsung. Now Samsung will have their smaller, they always release a new one in the A series. They release something new in the S series as well, and in the Note series. So they are kind of like catering for everyone on the pricing ladder. Same thing with Peak Milk. Peak Milk will release a 2 grams tin, 2,000 gram tin, but they will also release a 16 gram sachet. So the sachet you can get the sachet for 60 naira, but it's still the same milk you're getting. So with that 60 naira sachet, what they're doing is that they're driving their volume. And then they get their value from the bigger tins that people then upgrade to buy. So when you are able to introduce people to your products, then they upgrade to the bigger ones that you have. Then you have the guys that are saying that I'm not trying to be more expensive, I am cheaper. These guys are focusing just on volumes, as I have explained. So they are driving, and as they're selling more volumes, they are making money. Their target is the masses, right? They are not really luxury, but as time goes by, sometimes people begin to see them as luxury. But then they give you everything the luxury brand gives you. They give you, so they work on your mind and you believe it's the same thing. I'm getting the same thing, so why pay more? So literally, this is what they are. They're saying, I'm giving you the same, but you don't have to pay that much. And they're very accessible to everyone. And brands that we have like this is, we have Cowbell. Cowbell is like the case study. If you really want to study how a brand has come into a market where there was a market leader that was seen very premium, and they were able to come in with something very affordable, but they have been able to break the hold. Cowbell is a brand to study. When Cowbell launched in, I think it was 1994? Around then, I need to check. They came with fat-filled milk powder. So what we had just in the market was whole milk powder, and it was led then by Peak Milk, Dano, and a few others that were brought in. But Cowbell then saw that there was a bracket. People needed to have milk at an affordable price. And if you remember, in those days, milk then used to be sold that people will sell milk in scoops. They will tie it in a nylon bag, 1 spoon or 2 spoons, and they'll tie it because it was expensive and they were trying to make it affordable. So when Cowbell came into the market, they came into the market with the cheaper type of milk powder, and it was more accessible. And then they started the sachet game. So they broke the market, which is, they were telling Peak, we're not going to drag with your premium guys, but we are going to focus on the guys that cannot afford this. And between Peak and Cowbell, they have 70% of the dairy markets in Nigeria today. So imagine a market leader, which is the most expensive, and then the one that is not seen as expensive. And what Cowbell has done over the years is that even the quality of their milk has improved. So when they first introduced cowbell, the milk used to struggle. When you mix it in water, it wasn't very soluble, and also had quite a funny taste. But over the years, they've improved on their technology, but the product is still very affordable. So, and then you see the same thing too with DSTV. DSTV has now given you GoTV. And with GoTV is very affordable. And then I also have DSTV logo there because DSTV has then given you lower packages. So they're telling you, yes, we are DSTV. You can have a DSTV, but you can have something lower. That is it. And then when you come into phones, you have your Phantom. And then there is this store as well, Pep. I'm sure everyone knows Pep. Pep, they're in most of the malls. They're in Yaba, they're in Apapa, they're in Lekki, they're in Ikeja. So you go there, you can buy children's clothes, you can buy almost anything there, and you will find something for 1,000 naira. You will find something, you buy almost everything you need in Pep. So these guys are giving you an option, and they're saying you can get the same thing that you want at a cheaper price. Techno as well is doing that same thing. So which is you can get what you want as a cheaper price. Is there any other brand that you would like to mention here?
Okay. I don't know how to divide myself.
Please, can you mute if you're not going to give a contribution? So does anyone want to give us an example of a cheaper brand, please?
Well, obviously you have those. Okay, sorry.
Who?
Sorry, I was just going to mention Indomie noodles. That I mean,
Indomie is not cheaper.
Really?
No.
It's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. So
In
the
fact,
thing
it's
is
more
that
expensive.
the thing is that when you're cheaper, don't look at it look at it in its category. Indomie is the market leader in its category.
Okay, but it's targeted at the, I would say I was looking at the target market actually.
Yes, but then the thing is, you look, there are two different things. Even in your target market, you can command a premium, right?
Okay.
So Indomie will fall under the bucket of better, not cheaper. Because it's seen as better than Mimi noodles. What are the other noodles that are out there? Is Mimi still there? Those kind of things.
Honeywell noodles, right? Honeywell,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's please, who is the person speaking?
I think Sam myself. That was Sam and Wola speaking. I mean,
no,
Sam
who
said
said no? The person who said Indomie is the person I'm talking about.
okay, Wola. My name is Wola Joseph.
Oh, hi, Wala. Okay, so the thing is that Indomie is a market leader. So they're seen as premium. That is why you would not target them as, you won't put them in the cheaper bucket. They have maxed out the pricing on that category that they're in. So what you see that they do is that they release new formats to be able to reach more people. You see them releasing the Hungry Man, you see them releasing all those things. So they are spreading out to reach more people. And the people that they're even targeting, if you notice, they're targeting, what they're releasing now is not cheaper. It's actually they're more expensive. They're telling you buy Hungry Man, which is I think maybe 3 times the amount. There was a time they came out with one that had fish chunks and things like that. So they don't even position themselves as cheaper. What they're trying to do now is that when they first started, they started as a brand targeted as kids. So communication was targeted as kids, but then their consumption pool is not kids. Their consumption pool is adults, anyone that's hungry that wants a quick meal.
If I may, sorry, I'm just thank you, Wala. If I may, for time, I wanted to ask that we move on, but at the same time, I was thinking about things like in construction as an example, right? You have, and even in technology, you know, you have a lot of people say, oh, you're building you're creating things in China as opposed to in Germany or in Italy. Or so in construction, you know, steel, a lot of steel comes from China. Or our kitchen, you know, a lot of our kitchens and bed, toilets and so on and so forth. They are imported from China, you know, and tiles and so on and so forth. So it's this cuts across, even in the car space. But the question I wanted to ask is, how can we take this concept and apply it to someone who does, for example, cakes, as an example, or someone who does,
So I was just going to say that, Sam, that I will do I know you're saying time. So what I will do is that the last bucket, which is different, we'll do that. And then we can then bring it home, and I will explain how you can take it into your business. And then when we do that first half, if there is still time, I can take on the other slides. Are you good with that?
I'm good. Let's roll.
Okay. And then the last one is different. So when you're different, you are a market disruptor. You are basically coming into the market with something that does not exist. You see a need, and you are able to take in that space. And when you're different, you are a niche market in the beginning. And most times people who start as different in the niche market, they then transit to become either cheaper brands or better brands. Remember, because the market space evolves.
Sorry, guys, is it just me or she's frozen?
She's frozen.
Okay. All right.
She's
cool.
frozen.
I will try and reach out to her. But it's a very interesting conversation so far. We've talked about, you know, the different types of markets, and she was just about to break into, you know, how it's a strategy, how you can be a niche player, and then from there you grow. You know, something I'm doing personally in my business, you know, where we're targeting a small piece. And then, you know, because I compete in the consulting space. I compete with the likes of PwC, KPMG, Ernst & Young, and McKinsey. So these are big accounting and consulting firms. So I was having a conversation with my team yesterday, and I said, listen, I want to fight them in that space. But they were like, listen, you have a strength in this small space. Be good in this small space first, and then you can grow. And it made me think. You know, and in your business, I think SA is back. You can unmute.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, I'll step aside. So you have about 10 minutes more, but according to my time, just ration it, because we want to bring some other people on. But please feel free to fire on.
Don't worry. I will rush.
No, don't rush. Don't rush as such. I know we want to learn how to sell. Okay, we want to learn how to sell. So do your thing.
Okay. And so could you hear when I was talking about this, when I was talking about different?
We did,
yeah.
yes.
So you have the first mover advantage, and most brands that I can give example on, Uber came in and they knocked the yellow taxis out. And then after Uber, you see that everyone now is jumping on the cab hailing service.
Yeah.
GoCada has, they've been able to become innovative. They first started as cab hailing for Okadas, and now with the ban, they then switched it to become hailing for delivery. So they're the only ones who have an app that I know of that you want to do a delivery and you do the GoCada. Amazon started and they took on the whole online shopping, and everyone is going that way as well. And then this last brand is called the Mobile Spa. And what they do is that they bring the spa to your home. They will literally create a spa in your home. So these are disruptors. But now there are so many people who are doing these things, but these guys kind of like, they're pioneers. So you can also be a pioneer. And in being a pioneer, it means that you have studied the market. There is something that was not there. Example, if I go back, we were just talking about Indomie now, Indomie noodles. Indomie started out as a pioneer. They came in, there was nothing like that. But now they've transcended and they are now a better brand. I don't know if we're following. So
We're
that
with you. We're with you.
you can have every product has their product journey, product lifespan. There is something called a product lifespan, and your product goes up like this. And if you don't keep on innovating, what happens that you just drop and you're out of the market. You see so many brands that you used to see before and you don't see them again, is because they are not able to sustain themselves in the market. So Sam, I will pause for now, right?
Okay.
Do we do that? And then we can take some questions.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've done about, say, 20 minutes of essay slides. I wonder if you have questions. Now, we are here for you. SA is here for you. We want to help you sell. So if there is a question you want to ask, if there's something that's been niggling on your mind, you know, you're trying to think, okay, why can't I push more cakes? Why can't I push more services? Why can't I push more consulting services? We would love to hear from you, you know, so that we can look at, we can maybe perhaps help. Your question could help another person as well. So yeah. Are there any questions? Please feel free to step up, maybe raise your hand. I know there was a Mr. Anidibe who raised his hand earlier. I wonder if that was an error. You know, if there's anybody else. If there is nobody else, we will proceed, I think, yes.
Please don't feel shy. Please feel free. We're here to share knowledge, please.
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Yes, I think that's our Oga. Sir, yes, please, you can unmute your mic and ask your question, sir.
Oga is not allowed to ask question, please.
It is his webinar, it's not your own. Calm down. Hello,
Hi,
sir.
good morning.
Oh, okay,
It's not
yes.
Hi.
Yes. Awesome message from you guys. I really appreciate it. I've gotten to learn a lot. Yeah, my question is, I own a brand shirt branding company, and quite for a number of years, I have been trying to break the market in branding shirts for companies, for a lot of companies. I do more for individuals, and I'm trying to break into that sector where you can brand shirts in bulk for companies both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. And it's been really, really difficult because of policies from different companies, getting to communicate properly with them because of one or two bottlenecks from how they handle the hierarchy of those jobs, because of who it gets to. And before I probably pitch, they give it to somebody else. I've had situations where they use my idea or my shared solution or whatever I'm bringing, they give it to somebody else. So there's a lot of in between. So sometimes getting the contract is frustrating, and then you still have other people that you're competing with and all those kind of things. There was a time I nearly got the job. In fact, they were supposed to pay. Then he said that he wanted his cousin or something to handle it because he wants to encourage him in business, and so many stuff like that. So my question now is, how do you advise that I structure myself properly to be able to secure this market space?
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
So my first question to you is that what's your advantage over the other people who are bidding for this job? Are you cheaper than them? Are you better than them? What advantage do you have, or are you all on the same level?
Yeah, I would say my pricing are flexible, depending.
That's not an answer.
So there's no specific pricing to what the order is, because they have different orders, different shirt colors, different shirt sizes, different detailing. So you have to curate depending on the demand.
So the first thing I will tell you to do is that you have to, it's like when you go into you go into a booker and you want to eat, right? there is still pricing. If you go into Ialamala, there is a price for 1 spoon of amala. There is a price for a buffet. So there is an idea. You have an idea what your pricing is. So the first, one of the things I'm noticing is that you're shooting yourself in the foot. You must always have your base level. So if I ask you, what's your advantage over X or Y? You could say, for example, X gives a minimum order of 100, but my own minimum order is 50. That is an advantage you have over the next person, right? If you say that X is doing that, people charge per color, but you are saying that I lump my colors together. So you're saying if you're taking neutral colors of black, white, and maybe gray, you pay the same amount. And then I have advanced colors, which are pink, purple, and yellow. You pay this amount. You have in a bucket. Because the thing is that when you're going into the corporate space, everybody wants to get a contract in the corporate space. So you always must have an advantage. And one thing you need to learn to do is you have to have an offering so they know that you know what you're doing. You're not just coming cap in hand, help me, help me. So you have your structure put together. And then secondly, for when people steal your ideas, there's something that agencies do, which is called, you charge a line item, which is called, you're charging them for creating. So when conversations have advanced to a certain level, you will give an invoice where they pay you for your idea. So even if you don't get the contract, the time that you have spent to create for them, you get paid for it. But the only time people will answer you and give you this advantage is your positioning. So you don't come and say, if you come to my office and you tell me, oh, I can do this for you, I can do this for you, but you don't have structure, then people will treat you in a way that doesn't have structure. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can. I'm willing to help you build a structure if you do want. You can speak with Sam and we can work something out.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Fantastic. Thank you, Essay, for that. I think you can fire into the other half. Your 30 minutes is up, but I know you can do a great job of the balance so that we can have some more questions as well as spotlight our spotlighters. Thank you.
Apologies for not allowing you spotlight.
You're right.
Okay.
Sorry, before you continue, everyone, introduce yourself in the chat. I am this, I do this. Your next customer could be in this chat room. Let us know ourselves, okay? Closed mouths don't get fed. Over to you, SC.
Okay, so there are various types of selling techniques as well. And Emmanuel, this is what I was just speaking to. You have to, the type of technique you use to sell one product is different from the other. So remember I said in the beginning that this selling is universal, but then the way you apply it is different. So I'm just going to touch on 4, which is unique selling, value add selling, relationship selling, and commodity selling. So unique selling is you are coming to sell something novel for people like Sam, who are in the tech space that come up with new technologies that they are introducing to businesses. They come with a unique selling offer. They come with a unique USP that they are telling people that I'm giving you, they are selling something completely different. And there are people like this who they are very good at selling something new. They will come and tell you, this has just come out fresh out of the oven. You will be one of the first to have it. It will change the game for you in XYZ. And that is how you do your unique selling. You are dialing up the fact that it's new in the market. You are dialing up the fact that they'll be the first people to use it. So most times unique selling works for people who are selling to businesses. This is a specialization in B2B. You are selling to businesses. And from what I have seen some of you do is some people need to start exploring selling to businesses, not selling directly to customers. So that is the unique selling. Then there is the value add. So what in value add, what you're doing is that you are dialing up other services that you are giving, not the product itself. So for example, imagine someone here who sells cakes, but you are not just focusing on your cakes. The value add, for example, you could say that with every cake you get, I actually do gift wrapping, or I do gift boxes, or I do personalized cakes or whatever. That is value add. You are separating what you have from what somebody can get from the next person. So you are selling based on the value. And then people also do this thing with value add also comes with services. There was a time when in one of my businesses, we wanted to buy cars for some of the staff. And we were going to go with a particular company. We're going to go with Hyundai because they had good cars. Everyone liked the cars. But what now happened was last minute, we were going to purchase the cars. Last minute, Ford comes and Ford says, we can give you this same cars, but we'll give you free servicing for 4 years. Ford cars were, I think they were 10 to 15% more expensive than the Hyundai cars we're going to buy. But the value that they were bringing to the table, when we went back to do the calculation, the initial investment was more, but then when you calculate what was going to happen down the line, maybe the free servicing won't have cost so much, but in everyone's mind's eye, for 4 years, I'm going to get free servicing. I will go with this person over that person. So in your business, what is the value you can add? If you make clothes, for example, could you try to say, when you are even speaking to somebody you are making natives for, you are saying, when you order, for every 4 you order, you get the 5th one free. So everybody then begins to order. Instead of them ordering one, you will see that you are getting multiples on orders, because there are a few people who make clothes here. And if you're making cakes, for example, you tell people that if you, for every 3 cakes you buy, maybe if you buy, because cakes are celebratory or whatever, you could say, if you buy cakes worth this amount, I will give you a box of cupcakes for free. And imagine someone who is going to do an event. You're already adding value. So I'm going to say it and I'm going to go for what you are adding, because everyone wants to get something extra. In my mind, as a consumer, I want to get value for my money. So if I see that I am getting something extra, I will go for it. So that's why sometimes when you go into stores, you see when stores are doing promotions and they're giving people like gift boxes, you can see maybe if you want to buy Morning Fresh now, you see that they have like a kitchen spoon attached to it, or you're buying Harpic and you see a bar of soap attached to it, those kind of things, or you buy things that come in gift boxes. It's to drag sales. And I've seen it in my last business. Every time we used to release a gift box, we used to sell twice as much, and it was the same amount we were selling those things. Yes.
So a gift would actually help sell the thing better. I mean, I have to now learn that one though. I have to go and learn that one.
So the thing is that sometimes it might be gift with purchasing. It might be, it's you always, because in my mind, right, I am getting extra, so I believe I'm getting less. But with you, you have done the calculation back end and you see that you are making a kill. So for you, your margin might drop. You might feel that your value, remember when we're speaking about value, your margins will drop a bit. But because you've dialed up your volumes, that margin that you think you have lost, by the time you do your plus and minus, you've gotten way more. That is for value add. But you just don't go doing value add. You have to look for what it complements your product. So you will see yogurt, Fresh Yo, for example, they'll do a combo purchase with Pure Bliss biscuits, value add. They go together. So what goes together with your, so that's why I love cake, right? So that's why I can tell you, if I want to buy cake from you and you now tell me, I will give you a free box of cupcakes or a free box. So sometimes even the value add, right? You might be starting a new line, a product line, and you want to use that as sampling. People don't know you are using it to test. So you are using something that you are introducing something else into the market. You just start, you want to introduce meat pies to your cakes. So for everyone who buys your cake, you give them meat pie. You're adding value to that person. That person feels, oh, I like buying from this person because I always get something extra, but they get to try something new. And then with the next purchase, they say, oh, I want a box of meat pies as well. And then you introduce something else. So that is value add. You can do it for both products and service. Relationship selling, right? Relationship selling is, it's done both ways, in both B2B and B2C. So relationship selling is my core. I am a relationship builder when I was talking about key account management. So with key account management, you grow with your business. So I'm a relationship builder. And what you do in relationship selling is you are going beyond what you are selling to your client. You are building a business together. Your client's business becomes your business, right? Your client is your advice. Your client can come to meet you to say, for example, you do cakes. I am having a party. Do you know, but I need to order drinks. And you are saying, I can recommend somebody that is going to help you with drinks. Your client sees you as somebody who is not just dumping something on them. You are looking at the full picture. That is relationship selling. So in banking, you see them that they have relationship managers that call you, but they don't really do it properly. In relationship selling, if you are in B2B, you're sitting down with the people, you're saying, what's your plan? This is how my business comes to fit into your business. And then this is how we'll grow together. Because as your client grows, you grow. Relationship selling. So I used to sell equipment when I was in Tetra Pak and packaging material. And what we'll do is that I will sit with my customer, and my customers used to make juice in Cameroon, for example. And we did a study and we said, oh, in Cameroon, my customers used to do 500 ml bottles and 1 liter bottles. But we did a study and we found out that in Cameroon, there were people actually were looking for 200 ml. So, you know, when you just pour it into a glass shot, and all those pouch packs, right? They were looking for pouch packs. And there was a huge number of people that were looking for pouch packs, and we had done the research. So what did we do? We developed a product with our clients. I then, at the end of the day, now sold new equipment to that client. I sold new packaging material to that client. I invested in the launch of the new product. But because that new product was growing, I had a new product that had gone into this customer, new stream of income, and it was a volume business. So never, when you're doing relationship selling, it's not just about calling them and say, Oga, how are you? How is everybody? How is madam? It's beyond that. So that's what we have. That's what in our minds, that's what we think relationship selling is. But relationship selling is understanding the business of the person you are selling to and ensuring that the business thrives enough for you to be able to benefit from it, not just now, but in the future. So when you are doing relationship selling, because the person sees you as a partner, what happens is that they will always come to you. Sometimes they will even come to you for things that are outside your remit, but they trust you so much and they are saying, and you can start a new business. Someone comes to you and says, you make such good cakes. Can you start baking bread for me? Or can you tell me who can bake bread for me? And before you know it, you're like, hold up, yeah, I can do bread. And you have a new product line that you have introduced. Or someone is telling you, really, I also want to have chin chin at my event. And you do cake, or I want to have donuts. They have given you, because you have seen that you have grown with them, you are interested beyond just dumping a product there and saying, oh, you ordered cakes, this is your cake, goodbye, thank you so much. You have shown interest in the full package. That is what happens. Then you grow. It becomes a partnership.
This is something that,
because this is my core. Yeah.
I wished we had more time. It literally is 10 o'clock on the dot. This issue, you have to come and consult for me. For me, my guys are on the call, and this is something that we are struggling with, and you've just given me a few ideas that I will go and practice in my.
We'll send my bill.
Don't worry, I will give you. The money is coming. Okay. I don't know if we can zip through the slides.
There's one last. Hold on.
Okay.
This is the last one we'll do. We won't do the rest. And then this is commodity selling, and this is unfortunately where we all get stuck at. Commodity selling is just take and go, right? But we treat everything as commodities. Not everything is a commodity. Always remember that. Not everything is a commodity. Commodity selling is just saying, I want to buy biro. This biro, 5 naira, exchange and go. You who is selling the biro, you are making 1 naira on the biro. You are happy with it. That is just commodity. You are not adding any value. You are just pushing out volumes. You are just pushing out volumes. In a sustainable business, it's good to have something that is a commodity, which keeps your business going, but you always need to have other things as well. And not every product is a commodity. That's how I'll end. Okay, questions, Sam.
Thank you very much, Essay. Please unmute your mic and give her a round of applause, guys. This is it's superb. Give her a round of applause. Nice one. So please, you can mute your mics now. Thank you, guys. Auntie Essie, as I like to call her, this is just the tip of the iceberg of some of the great things that she does and the experience that she has. I wonder if there are other people who have questions. Let me not talk too much. Let's not beat around the bush too much because our time is fast spent. I want to close this in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I want to close this. So we want to help you. Is there someone here who you would like for SA to? She has already helped me solve some problems, but I want to ask you if there's something you guys, there's a challenge you want to, bring to her. So Sandra or Lola Day or Chinyere or, Olaiton, please feel free. Feel free to ask a question real quick. You will not have this opportunity now, and I will hold her on Sunday. I won't bring her. I won't release her. Talk to her now. Sandra, do you want to ask something?
I will say, Essay, thank you very much. Truly appreciate. So the question I really wanted to ask, you've already answered it because one, I'm into print concern and other side business. So now it's about the same thing you just talked about, you not being able to position yourself well. There's a firm I'm working with. They are starting up something new, and they called me in. I've already done most of the things they needed. So for me to now prepare my invoice, I was just trying to wrap my head around how to go about it, because you just hit the nail on the head. Like all you have created, you're supposed to put a premium on it, and I got stuck there. But I think you've been able to answer that question, because I was really thinking, how do I present my invoice? I know about every other thing, but that aspect of the time I have invested going back and forth, I think we've spent 3 months on the same project, though it's not taken off. But I just wanted to look for a word to term all my efforts into one. And you just—
What word is that? What's that word? What's that word? So I can write it down.
No, she only explained that you don't just send, when she was talking to Emeka, that you don't just go in there without having a purpose. So like all
Okay.
the time, like Emeka said, he has spent so much time and they keep using his concept outside. So she said, no, you're supposed to put a premium, in my own terms, put a premium on what you have done. Like I said, 3 months down the line, nothing has actually, we've not finalized. We're still on it. We're still going back and forth. So right now, she only told me that I need to put something on it. At least I have worked. So
Yeah.
I'm tying it around that place. I may not have the real name, but she has actually helped me
Yeah.
explain what I was looking for.
Some people call it content creation. You can call it ideation. There's so much you can call it for, but always know that your time and the ideas you give a company, you are giving value. So you have a right to charge for it. And also, everyone needs to get to a place. Don't be too eager to work with corporate organizations. You need to learn to start signing non-disclosure agreements with them. So which that means that I am sharing my ideas with you. Should you use it outside of me, you will charge me a fee. So which is you are saying, okay, you don't like what I'm going to, but you like my idea, fine. I'm willing to sell you, that is another package. I'm willing to sell you this idea and go and look for another person that will execute it.
Fantastic.
Especially for the guys in print and creatives.
Fantastic.
Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
Thank you very much, Sandra. You can mute your mic. I'm getting some small feedback. I saw a hand raised. Please, you can
Yes,
unmute your mic.
Ololade.
Ololade, go for it, please.
No.
Ogunowo.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for the section. It's really an eye opener. It's like for we that are just into the business game. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Your question quickly. We have 2 more people.
Okay, my question now is that, okay, we're talking about selling and also giving, like, probably when you're selling, you also had a value to what you're selling. So for me now, my major selling point as a baker is that I actually offer discount sales. Like, so I tend to like give my customer like a very friendly price to sell, so that it just, because my major thing is just that I just want you to have a taste of what you're buying and see that this is actually what you're paying for. But now you put in like, we had another extra value. So I want to like put it like, okay, so how do we do that? Like, okay, you're already giving a discount sale and now you want to add another value into it. Like probably because you gave so many examples on how to sell cakes. You talked about probably giving gift ideas, sharing, getting box of cupcakes, like for them to get as extra.
Okay. So I think I get the gist of your question. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask. Thank you very much, Lade. We'll say I'll ask all of them so you can take all of them at the same time. Adedeji Oshoboke, good afternoon, sir. Good morning, even, sir. Please, thank you for joining us today. You can ask your question, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
This is the voice. Sorry, this is the voice.
Hi, everyone. So, my name is Adedeji Oshoboke. I am a fashion designer and fashion stylist, also a voiceover artist. So, I wanted to find out for my business, what we do is we do premium stuff, premium designs. We do branding as well. But I'm more focused now on premium because I have background in branding for corporate companies as well, and it kind of shifted my focus because the initial vision was to be a global brand of premium stuff from company to consumer, right? So my struggle has been building a strong sales team. So I would like to know if you have any advice on what to look out for when building a sales team that could help manage sales as well.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. Great question, Adedeji, because that is something that I'm going through right now. So you've asked my question for me. We have Okechukwu Anidibe. You have a question, sir? Shoot.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning. So one of the questions I wanted to ask, actually, he just asked it. My name is Kachi. I work with Ecobar Technologies, and at Ecobar Technologies, we help businesses with their accounting, becoming tax compliance. Then we also sell an amazing software called BMAC Accounting. It's a cloud-based accounting software that helps businesses keep proper bookkeeping and also monitor their stuff. So the first question I wanted to ask was, right now at the moment, we are trying to build a strong sales team from the scratch. We're starting all over again. And he just asked it. Then the second question I wanted to ask is, over the couple of some months, let me say a couple of 7 months, we have been able to sell our services, especially the accounting software. We've sold to high-end customers, and we also sold to the low-end customers. So we've tried a couple of methods, but at the moment, we want to boost sales. We want to get more high-end customers. And at the moment, it's not coming as fast as we planned it to be. So my question is, how can someone target a particular set of customers and increase the rate at which he can reach out to those customers and get more of them?
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kachi. Is that clear?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Kachi. God bless you for asking that question. Mr. Lighton Jolayemi, thank you so much for joining us today. He's one of our Exchange community managers. Please fire on with your question, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Ese, thank you very much for this lecture. It's very, very good one for us. Please, my question is this. I'm interested in the relationship selling. Initially, before now, I've been actually thinking that relationship is all about knowing that person and then try to at least do that person to get a favor or something from the person. But now with these, I actually had a little bit eye-opener on how to deal with that aspect. I have a client, because I'm into construction and I sell property too. I have a client that actually has money, and then so I wanted to sell it. I went to the client directly, and I told the client that, okay, I have a dream home for him to be able to buy. But the only thing he told me was just that, all right, son, did I tell you that I want to live where I was actually staying presently? That's not my interest. That I should go. That doesn't have time for me. Immediately I left, I was very, very disturbed that what really happened. But now you let me see it in another way, that actually I could not really understand what he needs. And then that's the reason I was just wanted to bank on the relationship I have with him. So that's the reason why I couldn't achieve that goal. And later, during the course of this, something dawned on me that it wasn't a home that he needed an investment. So my question is that I don't know if you can train someone on relationship selling properly, which I think
Send me your invoice.
That would be a paid training.
I will send you my invoice.
So which I think that relationship selling is the key for someone to be able to achieve a lot of goals. Thank you very much, Esther.
Thank you very much, Olaito. I mean, that is just a bombastic question and comment. Essay, over to you.
Okay, so Lolade, the first thing is, one of the things you did, you introduced your business and said you sell discounted cakes. That is so wrong. You've pitched your business low. Nobody will ever take you seriously. Even if you are selling cheaper, you dial up the other aspects of your cakes. So I sell good cakes at very affordable pricing. So, but when you tell me I sell discounted cakes, I'm just looking at you, just saying you sell cheap cakes, and I'm not going to come for cheap cake. Do you understand?
So that's the cakes are not cheap. They are amazing. They look amazing.
But oh really? But the first thing she told me,
IG page. Are you joking? What?
So you see the thing, the first thing she told me is I sell discounted cakes. Let me give you an example ShopRite came and they said, what's that their slogan again? Lowest price you can get. But they didn't say, they're telling you you can get it at the lowest price. So they're telling you that their margins are little. You have to dial up, and that's because they are a retail brand. You have to dial up what is, never position your brand as cheap, even when it's cheap. Dial up other aspects of it. Olade, I hope you're still there. So when I now say, when I'm talking about, remember, it's different types of selling, right? You don't have to give an extra value if your bottom line cannot accommodate it. I'm not saying that for every cake you give a box of, what's that thing called? Cupcakes. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that is an aspect of selling that can be explored. So please, the first thing I just want you to know is that introduce your business properly, which says, I sell very good cakes, but at very affordable pricing. So the first thing that sticks in my head is that she's telling me she sells very good cakes, not that she's telling me she sells cheap cakes, okay? Second one, Deji, and also, what's the guy that came from Ikoba? That your Ikoba question, Sam has to pay me. So, but let me, so I'm going to give you, when people always talk about sales team, sales team, sales team, so we all sell, right? But we all sell in different ways. So sometimes you have a product and you have a salesperson that is structured in another way, and then you struggle, right? That is always the biggest issue. You have people who are commodity salespeople selling services. So you are selling a service as a commodity, and that is why you are not able to sell. Deji, you are saying you're selling premium wares, but if it's being sold as a commodity, you would have struggle selling. I'll give you an example. When I started my career in Tetra Pak, and because it's B2B, right? I rose and I started managing. I was managing a few countries, and I just gave an example of what we did with one of the countries. So I was a key account manager, and I grew in sales in relationship management sales, strategic sales. That is my core. That was how I grew in sales. And then I changed jobs and I moved to Pernod Ricard, and I was heading a business unit in Pernod Ricard. And I was selling a commodity because it was a consumable. People just want to buy and go. So I really struggled. And the people in my team were from that sector. So they were always selling commodities. So they were used to selling commodities. And in selling commodities, you're just pushing out volumes. But for me, I'm always looking out. So if I'm selling to Sam today, I have my calculation to say if Sam orders 2 today, that means Sam is not going to order from me again for the next 2 weeks based on his consumption pattern, right? That is what relationship sale does. I'm thinking strategically. But my team is coming and they're saying, Essay, we have to sell 10, and I've sold 10 to Sam. But I have a problem selling 10 to Sam because that means that next month, in my book, Sam is now going to be one of my key customers. So I need to sell 10 to at least 10 to Sam next month. But Sam's consumption is not 10. So what will happen is that Sam has bought 10 from me in September. His consumption averages 4, which means that September and October, he is already covered for. The only time I'm able to resell to Sam is in November. As a strategic salesperson, I have an issue with that, which means that there is no repeat purchase with this potential that I have. Only if I look for an opportunity to deplete the stock that I have sold to him. So what happens is, so what was happening? I was struggling because I was bringing in strategic sales into a commodity business. So I struggled for a very long time, and myself and my team, we struggled because imagine leading a team of commodity salespeople and I'm bringing strategy into the game. So what did I have to do? I had to now find a middle ground where I began to understand the mechanics of strategy of commodity selling, and then I was able to incorporate relationship selling and strategic selling into that to be able to have a balance. So the first thing is, what type of salespeople do you have? You can't have a salesperson who is used to selling unique products, just sells and goes, and you are giving the person commodities to sell. The person wouldn't be able to sell commodity. You will have to train and retrain the person to reposition their mind. So I hope I have answered both parties. And also you said, how do you get more customers? You get more customers also by converting your offer. Remember what I said about offer. Are you selling a service as a commodity? Are you selling a commodity as a service? So a commodity is just, okay, I can get this anywhere, but the only thing I'm getting it from you guys. But for you guys in Ecoba, you're selling services. There is something extra. You need to dial up your extra value add. That is where you're coming from. Do you want to take the angle of value add? Do you want to take the angle of relationship building? You can't use one for the other. Every product has a bucket that it fits into. I hope.
Fantastic. Yes, there's the Alaitos. Have you addressed Mr. Alaitos' question as well?
It wasn't really a question. He already answered it, which was you just assumed, which is the thing is that everyone looks and you assume that this person had money, so I have a nice home. And he already answered it. The guy was looking for an investment. So the thing is, and that is called profiling also. You profile and say, this person already has this. For example, let me use myself as an example. I love shoes. I love shoes. So if you come and you tell me, you just show me a black pair of shoes now, I say, come and buy this black pair of shoes. Do I really need another black pair of shoes? But if you are dialing up something about the black pair of shoes and you're telling me, I say black pair of shoes, but it's different because it's patent and it's block-heeled, or it's patent and it has a little bit of streaks of another color. You've sold me something else that I will believe, oh, I don't think I have this, so I will take it on. You always don't just believe that because this person has disposable income, then, and I know him, the person will buy, and then you feel offended because the person didn't buy. The person will also feel offended because you just want to take advantage of your relationship. So use your relationships wisely. You know people, use it wisely. Position yourselves and position your products. So put your best foot forward. Always put your best foot forward.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. Emmanuel, are you there? I know you've spoken before. I want to really close this. Do you want to ask, or okay, make it really snappy, please, so that we can straight to the point.
Yeah, thank you so much so far. Yeah, my question is, I want to ask about accessing funds, because funds is needed to make more money. Fund is needed to scale up. So are there ways you can advise how one can access funds to be able to get more products, able to reach out to more people, because you want to run ads, you want to be able to be more visible to more people, you want to be able to get to a number of places that you're not able to get where you are, and possibly expand into other countries. So I want to ask if there's anything you can advise on scaling up and raising funds. Thank you.
So let me just tell you this thing. Don't be quick to say you want to enter other countries or other markets, right? With the little funds you have, conquer your little area. Let me give you this example. Maybe it's, so in beer, there is this. I apologize. Sam is giving me the eyes right.
Go ahead.
There are these brands, Hero, Trophy, and I can't remember Heineken. The last one. Not Heineken. So Heineken is a big brand and is owned by Nigerian breweries. Nigerian breweries also own Star, and Star is the #1 lager in Nigeria. Heineken is quite premium. Star is the #1 lager. But then Star was not selling in the eastern part of Nigeria. And do you know why? There were these 2 local breweries that had held down the east. The guys that owned Hero and Trophy, but Nigerian breweries owns Trophy now. So there was no way Star was going to break in. In the West, you have 3-3. So that is all them, Oshogbo and all. There was no way Star was going to break in. And that meant that Nigerian breweries was losing market share. Do you know what they did? They bought these smaller breweries to come into their portfolio because those brands had those places on lockdown, and they still have those places on lockdown. So the first principle in marketing is conquer your little area. People know about it. So if you're in Surulere, Emmanuel, you said you give a service or whatever you do. If you're doing cakes, if you're in Aguda, let yourself be the reference point for cakes in Aguda first. Then you expand into Kilo and all what's not. That is how you expand your business. That's called organic expansion. We're all very quick to just want to do big, big, big. But that's why you always find a lot of small businesses crashing, because you have not paced yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much, man. SA, you have just done us a world. You have to come back. I mean, that's just it. And this time, you talk about consultative selling, not consultative selling, relational selling. And you have to come back. That's what I have to say. SA, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Thank you, guys.
And just wait right there. I want you to hear the testimony of Femi David, as well as Janet of Baby Fem. Janet and Femi David, can you please unmute your mics, please? I want you to come up. Are you there, guys? Janet and Femi.
Yes.
Fantastic. So I want to. So Janet and Femi. So Janet, please introduce yourself, and Femi, please introduce yourself. Janet first, and then Femi.
Okay, my name is Janet Olaolu. I am a business person, an entrepreneur. I do baby things. I don't sell them, I produce the service. I help expecting mothers and nursing mothers get every single items that they need, quality ones at the affordable price in the market. So that's what I do. So I help ease the stress of pregnant women, nursing mothers, with the stress of going through work life and all that. I help them ease their stress by going to the market to get them every single thing they need for their baby, either preparation of the baby or the baby that they're nursing. So that's what I do.
Fantastic. Femi, how about you? Introduce yourself, please, sir. Sorry, you are very faint. We can't hear you. Hi, Femi.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's faint. If you can speak up just a little bit more, you'll be good.
What about now?
Okay, good. Give it a good shout. Go for it.
Right, my name is Femi David, and I'm a business management consultant as well as a digital strategist. So what I do is I help organizations and especially SMEs accentuate their brand online and reach out to the right target audience.
Fantastic, fantastic. These two guys have been spotlighted on the Exchange platform, and because I knew what Janet did and because I knew what Femi did, Janet came to me. When Janet spotlighted, she didn't tell us everything that she did, and there were elements I felt that needed to be highlighted, and I knew instantly that. Also, because Femi David had done something had spotlighted, I knew what he did, and it was a perfect match. And so what we did was to bring them together. So Janet, can you please tell us how Femi helped you in what you did so far, please?
Yeah, it was such a great privilege to meet with Femi David, because it was really, really a great help to my sleeping, let me call it a sleeping business. My business was on a sleep mode.
You've muted, madam, please. Can you unmute your mic, please?
What happened was I had a problem with how to package everything to my audience.
Okay, Janet, you're slipping in and slipping out. Can you just make the phone steady and just tell us how, and speak up clearly as well. Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
No, no,
Yes,
no, it's
so-
faint. It's faint. It's faint. It's still faint. It was very clear before, but now it's completely faint. Okay, Janet, whilst you're doing your thing, maybe I'll ask for Femi to tell us what he did with Baby Fem. Femi, over to you, please.
All right, so just like she said, she was trying to package her business such a way that she can reach out to our target audience and then, get them to be part of our business. So what we first of all did was to understand her business niche, which is helping mothers through the hassle of shopping during pregnancy, right? So instead of going through all that hustle and bustle to get stuff bought during their pregnancy, helps to do all of that. And so we're able to work on creating a brochure for the business,
Okay.
and able to fully understand what she does, and have a look at Baby Fem at a glance, right? So we're able to do that. So currently we are working on accentuating her brand online, promoting her on all social media platforms, creating brand awareness campaigns as well as traffic campaigns, to help her reach out to the right target audience, which are pregnant women in general. So that's exactly how.
Awesome, awesome. And Janet, I hope you're good now. How has the feedback been from your side as a business owner and manager?
Yes, thank you. I'm so sorry for this pitch, then the glitch. It has really helped me because few of the people that I sent it to, what it did for me, answered all the questions that I need to say physically. For instance, now when I met someone again from the group, a customer from the group that I met from the group.
Oh, you met a customer on the exchange group, on the exchange WhatsApp group.
Yes, I met a customer at an exchange group. I just finished project so I used almost like a month to able to she delivered everything she would need for the house and all that. But I think the reason why she was able to trust me with this thing is because of of where she met me and how she met me, not because of how my brand was able to speak to her. Because my brand couldn't speak anything. I just went there as a person to speak with my mouth and all that. But what David did, now when I showed her that thing, she said, even without her meeting me anywhere, without me having any relationship with her in the past, with what David did, she could trust my brand and she could give it a go. You need to see what he did. He did this kind of brochure that has all the questions and answers, every single thing, all our testimonials from previous mothers that we've worked for, and so many things. So it really helped me. And he's going to be helping me also with the online, there's this online thing. I'm so sorry, I'm not really good at their terminology or their jargon.
Okay, digital marketing.
I don't mean to just say the way I understand. Yeah, it's online. He wants to help me do some things, which I'm very sure it's going to attract more customers. So, in essence, in short, my sleeping business is back on the go.
So your business was asleep, but now it's awake.
fully agile.
Fantastic. All right, guys. So thank you very much, Femi David, and Janet. Please check them out. Patronize them. Femi David is a great guy. He works with us at the church, and Janet is also a great girl. She helps us. I'm not sure what you do in church yet, but I'm sure you'll be doing something.
Yeah, I'm into. I do content. I'm in media also in church.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So she helps expecting mothers, shop and the rest. Give them a call. So all the chats are in the chat group. Check them out. I will make this video available online. You guys have been an amazing audience. Thank you very much to SA who spoke. Thank you to everyone who came in. Thank you very much for the guys who asked the questions, and look out for the next series. We're here to help you guys in your business and your journey. So make sure you tell someone tell your friends, tell your family. And we do this every 2 or 3 weeks. So look out for the next masterclass in the series. My name is Sam Afemike. You guys have a great weekend and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now. Adios.
Bye.
Ciao. Thank you, Essie. See you guys.
Bye. Thank you, Pastor Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Pastor Sam.
You guys have started again. Oh.
Yes,
Thank
we
you,
have.
Pastor Sam.
No.
Really like the pastor.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank you,
have
Pastor
started again. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye.